What's up, everybody? It's Mekel Kasanova. I'm back again with another video, another stream. It feels good to be back. Man, what a day. Today was definitely a day, and it's one of those days where I'm like, man, I'm so over it. Like, I'm just and for any of you who follow me on social media, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see how like over today that I really was. Yeah, let me add this because I need to have a little bit of background music every time I pop in here. But you guys know how over. But yeah, it was just one of those days where I'm like, man, I need this to be over in the quickest. And thankfully, it's over. But this is gonna be one of those weeks that's just a complete another biatch. I was supposed to do a podcast earlier. I was supposed to be home earlier so I could do this podcast. So we rescheduled to this Thursday because I wasn't expecting so much to just crash. But you know, it is what it is. So other than that, are y'all ready to hop into the stream? We're gonna play some Fire Emblem. If y'all are ready for it, I'm ready. Let me know how my volumes are, if I need to up anything or lower anything. Just keep me posted. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Sorry, I had to reposition my mic there for a hot second. So we're gonna be playing part 5 of Fire Emblem 3 Heroes. Pick up where we left off last time. We finished the battle. So we're about 9 hours into this game. Still on chapter 3. We haven't really progressed that far as like the plot goes. I'm just taking this one step at a time. I know this is a really, really long game, so it's not gonna be one of those games we can just breeze through super quickly. But it is something that I'm enjoying playing and, engaging, interacting with you guys with it. Trying to get my bang because I need the energy. So I'm actually thinking about dropping another podcast this week. I want to put out the podcast that I did with the Residents of Evil team. Really love those guys. It's an excellent episode, and I think you guys really definitely enjoy it.
Professor.
All right, so Dedu says, my purpose is to be a shield for His Highness. Please help me improve my axe and heavy armor skills. All right, we'll focus on that.
It is done.
So how's everyone's day going so far? What's everybody been up to?
It's all coming together.
I swear that emblem just looks so familiar.
There's so much left to learn.
I'm really getting the hang of this.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Okay, so what's happening on the 29th? I go out and battle. Let's go ahead and we're gonna hop right into battle. We're gonna battle in the kingdom. This week is actually going to be a really interesting week in the sense that we have I've got a lot of things going on as far as like work, but outside of work I have a lot of other things that I'm actually looking forward to. A couple podcasts, like I said, that are in the works. I've got at least about 16 podcasts pre-recorded, so I'm just gonna drop them as they go.
Welcome.
Okay. Is there anything new so far?
Come back soon.
There's no reason for him to have a, because he doesn't use the lance. He really doesn't use the axe either. You always want to keep him like prepared just in case anything happens. Let's see. Interesting that we got all these battalions and very few people have them. Okay, so Byleth, Dimitri, and Dedu have. Mercedes needs to have as well. So let's give her the Saros Knights. Felix. Give him the Saros Mercenaries. I give him back Gerald's ones, and we will give let's see who else. Let's get Sylvain, but his authority level is too low. She's pretty useful. I give her some Pegasus people. This is the map. This is a pretty big map overall. What's over here? Oh, that's the treasure chest. Man, that's super out of the way. So basically the way we can approach this, we've got magic users straight up and a lot of sword users. See, how do we want to approach that? Okay. All right. Let's go.
Here we go.
I'm actually gonna be risky. I'm gonna play this. More strongly. Yo, what's up, Simply Deep?
I won't let everyone down.
All right,
I'll give it my all.
and then I have him finish him off.
That was tough.
It seemed like you would take some risks in your young
stick with
days. My young days, I took a lot of risks. I was quite the wild one.
Oh no.
I'm on
Wait
it.
there.
Ready. My technique could use some polish.
My night's all right.
What should I do?
Had a hell of a day.
Here goes.
I'll go. Stay focused. I'll cut through. Over already.
What you mean is like
I
is
must keep aiming higher.
as far as like work, or you mean like risk taking? See, I think that's the thing too. Like, I don't put a big emphasis on that. Like, I kind of simply just did whatever I wanted to do when I was younger.
Thank you.
Like, I know it fascinates a lot of people when they find out the different things that I used, like, the situations and stuff I would get into. I guess because it's uncommon for some people, but it's like, I would never give anything thought. I just, if I wanted to do something, I would just go and do it. Yep, he's the first one to go.
Can't believe it. Well, not much more I can do here.
Let's get rid of the magic user first.
That should do. It's dangerous. Had to be done.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone really gave it much thought. Like, I honestly don't think about it that much. It's like I did what I did back then, and that's kind of it. Like I said, some people probably
The
think,
fight continues.
well, I'm a risk taker when it comes to business.
Got him.
Why am I even here? I can. Who's next?
I can still serve.
I've always been confident. I mean, I've never been one to just think too much about a situation. Like, if I want to do something, I just go and do it. I mean, I know a lot of people that kind of formulate what they're gonna do around if they think they can do something, whereas me, I just go out and do it.
Thank you.
Say I've been in college, you were off the chains. Actually, no. I was not at all. Well, it kind of depends on what aspect of the college years. I was not really a quote unquote ladies man back then. I was actually a social pariah, which apparently shocks people. What's up, Dave J? How's it going, man?
Much appreciated.
Yeah, that's good. It's cool. I mean, a lot of people think because of how I am now that I've always been this persona, and I'm like, no. This persona was actually created because I was so heavily ostracized and picked on. It actually, me becoming the way I am now is actually due to a lot of the things I went through in college from being, picked on. I had a roommate that used to beat the shit out of me when I was in college. I actually, he used to beat me with anything he can get his hands on. One time he used to beat me with a bat and a crowbar. He actually broke both my legs. Broke them straight down the middle, busted my kneecaps. And just because I was different. And I changed myself because I wanted to fit in more, and I hated being the kid that, people just picked on so much. But it is what it is. I mean, that's why, like I say, like, I don't think about stuff too much. With everything I've been through, it's just is what it is. No, I never got even with him. I was put in a college dorm. The dorm I was put in my freshman year of college, and I was at the time I was 16. And the reason I went to college so early is because my mother pushed for education and didn't give me the opportunity to not have time off. So I ended up going to I ended up going to college early, and then I got put in a dorm. I went through a lot of shit. I mean, I was put in this one dorm with this gay guy and with big Samoan guy. And the gay guy was always this drama queen, starting shit all the time. And then I got caught up in his bullshit. He made a lie up about this girl, and that lie actually stayed with me the entire 4-5 years of college. Seriously ostracized me. It's enough for me. So basically, he made this lie up that the girl had AIDS, and when she confronted him, he needed to throw it off on someone, so he threw it off on me. And so because of that, I got kicked out of the dorm. Even though, I mean, the school didn't even bother. Like, Sham and I didn't bother to find out if it was true or not. They just went with it. And because of that, I used to just... I was small, too. I was like 5'5", and everyone... And I was tiny. And everyone used to just pick on me and get my ass beat so many times when I was in college. Like, when I think back on it now, it's like, man, that was really... It's really fucked up, a lot of shit I went through in college. And, when I got kicked out of the freshman dorm, I got put in a dorm with the jocks. I'm 5'5", these dudes are like 6'10", 6'11", and all-star players, and the one lead player or star player, he just used to beat the hell out of me. Like I said, he broke my legs, busted my kneecaps, broke a lot of my ribs, just because I was different, and he thought I was weird. It's kind of funny when I stop and I think about it. Yeah, I've never fit in anywhere. Yo, what's up, Zero? Like, I've never fit in anywhere. Which is funny, being Polynesian, black, and other, Dominican and whatnot. You think I'd be like most that are all about their culture or their quote unquote race. And I don't care about any of that because, growing up, I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in with my family. In college, in high school, I didn't fit in with anyone. I mean, especially in college, the very people that are supposed to be there for me would beat the hell out of me. So for like freshman, sophomore, junior year, I just used to get my ass beat all the time. And then I grew, like I'm 6'1" now, but well 6'1", 6'2", depending on the day. And when I hit my growth spurt, I just got tired of people picking on me, you know, and I decided that I wanted to be someone else because I hated being me. Like, it's just something when I stop and think about all the rumors and bullshit that people made up about me in college. And it's funny because I run into those same assholes that started all that. And they try to laugh and act like we were friends. And they were just hazing me, but no, they put me through some real shit. Especially too, like when my daughter, my first child, when I had her when I was like 19, 20, well, 19 going on 20. Like, not long after she was born, she, about 4 months old, and she passed away from sudden infant death syndrome. Well, yeah, her body was still alive, but she was gone. And the same people that started all those rumors when I was younger in college, my freshman, sophomore year, or my junior year, they just would pick on me. They'd make up all kinds of shit. You know, faculty too. Oh man, there's no reason to feel sorry. It's just, it is what it is. It's just shit I've went through, you know, and I just never fit in. Even in cultural groups, didn't fit in there. So that's why, like, I don't take pride in my ethnicity or ethnicities, because that shit matters. It's just groupthink. I've just always been a loner. I just do my own thing. That's why, like, you know, Simply Deep, when you talk about risk taking, I took risks because what else did I have? You know, I didn't have any friends. I didn't have people I could rely on. So it's like, what's the worst thing? I'd like, how much worse can it get than what it already is? So that's why I took risks. That's why I still take risks. Because even now, I mean, with YouTube, with podcasting, I still don't have any friends. Man, that sounds hella depressing, but yeah. This is even funny too. Like when I went through cancer a couple years ago, people from college, people I knew from the clubbing days, they used to make fun of me for that too. Like, oh, you're finally gonna die. It is what it is. So,
should I have held back?
I guess you could say, like, just persona Mekel Kasanova was just me deciding I wanted to be someone that wasn't as hated as I was, you know, or just picked on, I guess you could say. Anyway, all that out of the way, how's everyone doing tonight? I feel like I just made this a very depressing stream by saying that. What's up? Hey, Fabian, how's it going, man? Oh, excuse me.
That was
Man, my life has not
I'm
been
starting to see results.
It's not been rainbows and sunshine. Been pretty fucked up. But regardless of that, I don't let it keep me from doing anything. She can heal from that far away. Wow.
I needed that.
What should I do?
So you doing thumbnails? The grind never ends. Yeah, man, I hear that. The grind never does end. It truly doesn't. I got Bernadetta when I decided to, the last stream we were just looking at different people I could recruit temporarily. So I just decided on her. As a person that I wanted to have on my team. Yeah, from the Black Eagles.
Thank goodness.
I do apologize, everyone, if what I was talking about earlier was depressing. I don't really focus on or think about stuff like that too much. So it's like when I do talk about it, it's just one of those things. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that happened. That new update for Street Fighter 4. Did you get any of the new characters? I know that new character Lucia, like from Final Fight 3. She is enough for me to like make her my second main. But Fabian, you say your update was like 22 gigs. If you haven't played it since season 1, bro, I bet it was. Zuri said not yet, but I will eventually. Dave J said, nah, it's good. You sometimes gotta let those negative shit out of you for your own good. Yeah, and that's one of the things, like a lot of people, it's so, I find it funny. How like a lot of people, they are fascinated at the fact that like, if I talk about stuff like that, I'm able to laugh about it. Not in the sense of like, haha, it's funny, but in the sense of, I can laugh at the fact that, yeah, I went through all that shit.
Practice yields results.
Well, what's going on with the stream? Is it? It's weird. It's not dropping frames, but it's showing as it's being choppy. That's weird. Some people think it's weird that I'm able to laugh about it. I'm like, I don't think it's weird at all. Like I've just been through a lot of shit, and I've just learned to adapt to it, you know.
You have my support.
This is our chance.
And I'm just grateful that whatever I went through, I got out of it, you know. But it is something where it's like, if I had just focused on that shit could have drove me crazy.
Over already.
You said I want to play through all characters arcade modes at some point, and that would take a while. Yeah, the arcade mode is a lot of fun, and it actually does add some credence to like the backstories of a lot of characters. I don't need to get over there. You say you cool with it? Yeah, I mean, but you know, I didn't mean for it to go to that negative of a point. It's just one of those things where it's like I seriously don't think about it. It's like, oh shit, that happened. You said you love the arcade mode goes through each Street Fighter game and even has the ending from that game. Yeah, it covers Street Fighter, Final Fight. I know with Zeku, they basically tied in the Strider universe because of Zeku. I am curious. Snap, he missed.
Stay vigilant. You're weak.
I know one of the things I heard is that they're actually looking to bring in whatchamacallit, characters from Darkstalkers, which I think would be interesting. They're actually going to tie in supernatural characters. I don't know how that would work. HLO 333, what's up, man?
Ready.
Thanks.
Yeah, Mercedes is super useful.
Won't let everyone down.
I don't have any more archers, I don't think. Hey, you say they do have Akuma who looks like an Oni in Street Fighter 4, and a cult leader with godlike powers, and a character that can transfer his soul to another body. I believe Oni is a what if character, right? For Akuma, if he fully gives into the Satsui no Hado. And then
I must stay focused.
the cult leader. Yeah, you're right. And one of the things that I'm shocked that they actually have not done yet is actually include Gil. Like, other than the story mode of Street Fighter V, Gil is actually not really a presence. Like, he's not
That's how
a.
it goes.
He's really behind the scenes. No, you're right.
Power left.
That's very true, though. Yeah, it's like, how are you going to include, like, the only essence of Gil in Street Fighter V was the end of the story mode. And, like, I get the Street Fighter 5 sets the stage for Street Fighter 3. And it's like, I was kind of annoyed because Alex really doesn't play any pivotal part in the story at all. He's in one cutscene. And he's supposed to be the main character of Street Fighter 3. What I don't understand is, how is it that Alex is who beat Gil, but then he fights Ryu and gets washed? You know? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I do know that Street Fighter 6 is going to be set after 3.
My thank you so much. Thanks so much. I have gratitude. Thank
So
you.
Capcom is crazy with their numbered games taking place in order. LOL, it's all over the place. It is. I mean, when you think about the Street Fighter timeline, it goes Street Fighter, like the original Street Fighter, then Alpha, then 2, then 4, then 5, then 3. 3 is the latest in the series. It's insane how they have that. I'm actually more pissed that the EX series of games are not canon, which I thought they should have easily been canon because of the nature of the characters from fighting EX layer with Kyrie and whatnot, and the other side of the Dark Hado or the Satsui no Hado. That right there was a good story. And seeing what happens when the Satsui no Hado manifests itself in different people. You know, you got Bloody Hakuro and Evil Kyrie, and it was good. And yeah, the Alpha, it had its, well, technically when it comes to the Alpha series, Alpha 1 never happened, which annoys the shit out of me because it goes Street Fighter 1, Alpha 2, and then Alpha 3. And then into Street Fighter 2. And even with the Street Fighter 3 series, Street Fighter 3 New Generation never happened. It was Second Impact, then Third Strike. Even with Street Fighter 2 series, nothing happened but Super Turbo. And then with 4, it was Arcade Edition. See, do I want to upgrade Byleth class? I don't know, like I want to upgrade him, but I kind of don't. I don't have access to any of that yet. said the blonde guy from the prophecy they thought was Charlie Nash, but it's Alex, not Charlie. I really hate what they did with Charlie in Street Fighter 5. All the hype surrounding him, and then he gets killed off at the end again. It really annoyed me. Oh, so I've maxed out on this level. All right, so I need to make Dimitri. I'm gonna make Dimitri a Cavalier. Is that the highest? Wait. Yeah, okay. He's gonna be a Cavalier. You say, I remember Vanilla Street Fighter 4 had different endings in Super and Arcade Edition. And the movies continued off each other somewhat. Street Fighter 4 had a movie and Ryu beat Seth. And the Super 4 was about Juri kicking everyone's ass. In the movie, both Chun-Li and Cammy fought Juri and still lost. Yeah, they made Juri out to be this Juri was just unstoppable. All right, so has he maxed out? He has. Okay, so he's a commoner. I'm gonna take him to soldier class. He doesn't have a high percentage of. Let's see if we can get it. It's a 50-50 chance. Did it plus you had fun using her? Yeah, I mean, she was a lot of fun to play. I wasn't a fan of how they switched her up initially in Street Fighter 5. There's also the other thing too, is like I felt the same way about what they did with her in Street Fight with what they did with Ken. Dude, I was the biggest person that hated what they did with Ken in Street Fighter. So he's a noble. Let's turn him into, because he's maxed out that level. I hated what they did with Ken with his playstyle, because coming off of 4, I couldn't acclimate to it.
Easy.
But then eventually I got used to it and I was like, oh, okay, it's not too bad. Then for like seasons 1 through 2, Ken was my primary character. And then season 3 came around, they brought Cody. I was like, yo, my man's is back. The mayor. And then he, I guess so she's a commoner. I'm gonna turn her into a monk. Yeah, so they changed up Cody, and it was so funny because so many people shit on Cody. And I'm like, Cody was a beast in Street Fighter 5 when you got down to learning how to use him. Bruh, Cody was beastly. All right. Ingrid, I'm gonna turn into a soldier. He said in Street Fighter 5 you use Karin the most, like her fighting style ever since Alpha 3. I know Max loves G. I like that they made Cody Mayer. Like, I'll let you guys in on a little secret.
Continue to work hard.
One of the things that they're doing with Cody, and I know a lot of people have been wondering, like, what is all this? You know, why are they having so many characters from? Well, she's not maxed out her noble level yet. Like, a lot of people are wondering, like, why there's so many characters that are coming in from Final Fight. And, you know, the most that I can say is that what they're doing is they're working towards having they're working towards a new Final Fight. This is the most I will say. And they're setting literally the stage for it to happen. I was telling people, I'm like, don't be surprised when they make the announcement. They're like, oh, I don't think that'll happen. I'm like, they've already set the stage for it. There's no reason for it not to happen. Let's see. I wonder if Poison will be a playable character this time, like in when they do a new Final Fight. I believe so. I mean, I can definitely see it happening because a lot of the characters that are in Street Fighter 5 at this point that were bad guys before have reformed. So I mean, I could definitely see it happening, to be honest. Let's get rid of the training bow. Let's give. Oh, he can't use a steel bow. Have they ever decided on what poison is? I know it's in Japan it's a do, but in America I'm not sure what they've decided on what poison is. Oh, there's fog here. Damn, they did backpedal on that. Why do you think they backpedal though? I think it's just they don't want to deal with anything politically correct, which I can understand as a business, but it's like, then if that's the case, you should never have introduced the character as being such.
I have to say, it's a real honor to accompany such a brave and distinguished knight. None other than Catherine, wielder of Thunderbrand.
I forgot to ask, how does the audio sound? Does it sound like it's really good right now? I was playing around with the audio a bit more to make sure it sounds crisper and not. I know if I like do this or if I do that, it sounds like the sound goes away, but I upped the gain to make it sound more clear and not cut out. He said it had something to do with the fans. I can see it.
You mean you don't know? My weapon is called Thunderbrand. It's one of the hero's relics. A long, long time ago, the goddess bestowed divine weapons upon 10 heroes, which were passed down to their descendants. It's an honor to wield, but I'm afraid there won't be any chance for that today. Our mission is to help clean up the aftermath, not to fight.
Why would Lenato incite such a reckless rebellion?
You should know more about that than any of us, Ash.
Well, I don't. Lenato never mentioned anything of the like to me.
He probably didn't want you getting caught up in his own personal vendetta.
I'm Lenato's adopted son. He raised me as though I were his own blood. He was always so kind. I don't understand. I guess it has to do with Kristoff.
How much do you know about the tragedy of Dusker, Professor? It's when the king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus was murdered by the people of Dusker. It happened about 4 years ago.
It's okay, Catherine. Please, go on.
Right. Well, Lord Lenato's son, Kristoff, was accused of being involved in that whole awful affair. He was executed by the church. Speaking from the church's perspective, we simply passed judgment according to our doctrine in place of the kingdom, which was in complete chaos. Whatever the truth behind that incident may be, Lord Lenato has harbored resentment toward the church ever since. Well, to be more specific, his grudge isn't only against the church. It's also against the one who turned Kristoff over to them.
Report! The enemy is approaching. They can't be avoided.
Wait, so this is why they don't like to do, because he's from Duskar, right?
Their numbers are far greater than we predicted. They used the fog to slip past the Knight's perimeter.
It looks like our mission just changed, Professor. Everyone, prepare for battle!
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was actually kind of confused as to like what was the reason that they don't like
Grateful.
people from Duskar.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, ask you guys, do any of you play Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game? I never really gave it much of an opportunity. I should personally get into it. I just Just never did. How is it? Is it worth getting into? Is it a lot of fun, or is it a lot of pay to win?
Welcome.
Ooh.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. 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 Come back.
So the game is plenty to do. I like the main story, and there's plenty of events to play through. It's a bit on the easy side since there's no permadeath, which makes sense because of gotcha. The battle system is not as good though, a bit simplified. 4 units total per fight. That's it? Huh. Antonio, you said thanks a bunch. What do you mean? Yeah, I've been trying to collect all the characters from Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. I guess I need to get on it then. If you're saying it's good, I'll give it a. I trust your word, man. So I'll go ahead and give it a go. I'm just always kind of leery of mobile games because you never know, you know, if they're just legit good or if they're, you know, they're just for the sake of being there. Let's take a look at this map. This is all we can see. This is a pretty expansive map here. All right. Hence the need for the torches.
Welcome.
Thanks a bunch is what I heard 5 times now just when I entered the stream. Oh. Though it's probably not for everyone who like Fire Emblem. There are some pretty difficult fights for the side stuff. Though even with a maxed out team, I got destroyed sometimes.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back.
Okay. So he can't use the torch. He can. Oh yeah, it is. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and save before we get this one going. They say the main story has 3 major books, and the second book gets pretty dire, had me wanting to see what happened next, and book 3 is even worse. He said in a good way, though. Alright, let's get this battle going. So I gotta defeat the enemy commander.
With this fog, it's impossible to tell where the enemy might be, or how many of them there are. The enemy could be trying to surround us, but they shouldn't have enough soldiers to form a tight circle. Take down anyone who breaks through the fog, and let's push through!
Shouting from within the fog. It seems the knights are already battling.
Antonio Barbosa, you said this game looks pretty complicated. Gonna need a lot of time to play this. Not really so much as complicated, but you do have to make sure that everything that you do is you really have to make calculated decisions in this. I do like that.
Proceed with caution. Wait for them to enter your field of view.
Battlefields with thick fog, your units will only be able to see enemies they are close by. Proceed with caution. A unit's movement will be cut short if it's interrupted by an enemy. Okay. You can earn a reward if your allies do not suffer heavy losses. Be careful not to let your allies flee.
What should I do?
I'll cut through.
I'll give it my all.
Here goes.
Thank you.
Yeah, true. You need to take time and think about your steps.
Here we go.
You know what's funny? I honestly think a lot of people are not going to stick with this game, to be honest. I'll move him there.
Oh no.
I'll go.
I just feel like this is one of those games where a lot of people hopped on the bandwagon with it, but I don't think a lot of people are going to stick with it. So on a Discord I am on,
Doesn't
quite a
deserve
lot
such sadness
of
and anger.
people on there
Now
are
it's your
enjoying the
turn to
game.
suffer.
Some have made pretty far and some beat it.
Why, Lenato? Why did you drag so many others into this?
Really? Lots of them picked the golden deer. I honestly thought it would just be one of those things where people will just hop on it but then drop it. But that's the case. That's surprising. I'm shocked a lot of people have stuck with it though. So you feel the same way? Some never play these types.
While you try to kill our lord?
He said, I feel the same way. Some never play these type of games just because their favorite YouTuber's playing it. No, and that's exactly what I'm getting at. I know a lot of people that are quote unquote Nintendo fans, but they only became Nintendo fans when the Switch came out. They never played anything else, like prior to whatever's popular. But I do admit that there are people that are probably digging this game just for the sake that it's really good. But I think more often than not, a lot of noobs probably won't stick with it. A lot, especially people who don't care to read or strategize. They just want to like get in and just press buttons and break. Most people I don't think have the attention span to stick with it. It's like there's a lot of people that said, oh, damn, yo, can I marry her? She the wifey. Like there are people I know that have claimed that even like Mario Rabbids was a bad game. And then there are people saying that this looks like a 3DS game, which I have no idea where they get that from. He said some maybe it will open the door to new fans that might want to play other strategy games. Final Fantasy Tactics is a game that got me into these kind of games. Spent so many hours on it. True. This very well could be the gateway game for a lot of people, which I hope it is, because if this gets them into Final Fantasy Tactics or Ogre Tactics or hell, Tear Ring Saga, that's always great. Antonio Barbosa, you said a friend bought it, and after 1 week, he was like, I can't get into the gameplay. It's like Advanced Wars is too strategic for a lot of folks. Yeah, that's how a lot of people are with like Tiny Metal. A lot of people didn't stick with it, and that game is really good. Zero, you said I really want to go back and play the older ones. So much backlog. The other ones too, so much backlog. I want to get back to playing Path of Radiance, which is another game. Probably once I beat this, I'll go back to playing Path of Radiance and then lead that into Radiant Dawn, and probably start streaming the Game Boy ones. Cause I can literally. Oh, that's right, because I can hit and move. I don't want to take him forward. I'll just take him one step back. Because I love coming up with strategies in the Super Robot Wars games. I need to get into them. Yo, what's up, Dave? Dave, I think you missed it, man. We were talking about people that are people that, you know, especially with this game, a lot of people probably just hopped on the bandwagon because a lot of you know, potentially other YouTubers bought this game, or it's just the hype of it in general. And a lot of people just probably got it, but I personally don't think a lot of people are going to stick with it. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this in the background, but let me grab it because I want to show you guys. So I was able to get this from my local GameStop. One of my connections actually got it for me, or let me have it. So I just need to frame it and put it up on a wall. All right, Zero, you said when I last played Path of Radiance, I had it all down in my head. My mind was sharp, but last time I played it, not so much. Let me just say when I first played it at the beginning there. Dude, Path of Radiance is so fun. I fucking love that game. Antonio, you said my backlog is huge. I started playing Secret of Mana yesterday on my Super Nintendo Mini. Last week I finished Zelda, Link to the Past. Zero said nice. Dave J, you said people would have bought this game anyways, even if it was utter garbage, because it's the only major Switch exclusive JRPG besides Xenoblade 2. Zero Fanatic, you said last one I got was from my number 9. They said here. They said they want it. My number 9 wasn't terrible. I know a lot of people hate that game. I actually didn't think it was that bad. And Dave, I think I'm chapter 15 in Path of Radiance last time I played it. Yo, which one of my guys got a torch?
My thanks.
Sylvain, I definitely need to get him stronger.
I won't let you anywhere near Lord Lanato.
He said the first I think I got was when you fight the crow people. And Antonio, you said Mega Man games are hard as fuck. They are, but I love the challenge of them, man. I've always found them to be fun. Now, OG Mega Man. OG Mega Man is that's an entirely different beast there. He said in chapter 15 you got a lot of experience, a lot of bonus experience by killing nobody besides the boss. You can also recruit a secret character on that chapter. All of this is possible in a specific way in 4 turns. What? Are you serious? Zero, you said I would say it depends which Mega Man game you're playing. Classic Mega Man I've always found hard. Mega Man 1 is fucking hard. I think 2 on to like 7 weren't that bad. 8 had a lot of difficulty spikes, and I really felt that Mega Man 9 and 10 were not that well. I mean, they were well made, but they were hard as fuck. 11 was a real good return to form. Antonio, you said as a kid I rage quit so many times. I can't blame you. Because honestly, nobody would have recruited the secret character in chapter 15 if it wasn't for the guy. Yo, I need to go back and play that then if that's the case. And Zero, you said I beat Mega Man 1 through 8, never beat 9 or 10. 9 and 10 were just redonkulously hard, in my opinion. Antonio, you said our generation grew up with really hard games with shit like permadeath. Kids nowadays want super easy modes and they don't even have physical disability. Damn, you went in, my guy. You told us how you really felt about that. He said I beat all the Mega Man X games, including Command Mission, though never got to play Extreme 1 and 2. To get those on 3DS while I can.
Thanks.
The only Mega Man games I haven't beat as far as in the X series is Command Mission. That is the one I have not beat at all. And I need to beat that one. Dude, same here. I was not a fan of 7. Wait, was that it? Wait, what's about to happen?
It's you. Thunderstrike Kasanova. It was your wretched zealotry that killed my son!
The only name I answer to is Catherine. Prepare to taste the blade of one who serves the goddess. Now you face a knight of Theros!
The fog is cleared. There's nothing left to hide you or the filthy Central Church from the judgment of the goddess.
Hey Dave, did you hear or see the people on Twitter that are saying that this game looks like a 3DS game? Like I saw OJ trying to debate the person too, but like a lot of people are saying this looks like a 3DS title. It shocks me. And Dave, you say the whole Sekiro easy mode debacle shows that how much of a casual these hardcore gamers really are. It does. A lot of these gamers nowadays, they can't play anything without it holding their hand or having a tutorial teach them. I feel like our generation, I'm speaking for all of us in the chat, we actually had to learn a game. You know, we had to read the manual and then go from there. Because the games didn't teach you. You know, you literally had to get good. In Zero, you said my avatar is from Command Mission Absolute Zero, which you can unlock through a side mission. Man, I need to go and I need to play Command Mission. I need to physically find a copy of it. I can emulate it, but I want to play a physical copy of the game. All right, let's see what we're working with. So we got a bunch of them. Oh, so I went about it the right way by just pressing forward. Oh, this should be cake. So what is he? He said I had to play so many games repetitively to learn from my mistakes and how to get through those unfair death traps, and we liked it. Yeah, man, we grew up loving the challenge, and you have this current generation that they can't play anything without it being, you know, holding their hand, and I don't understand that. There's no desire to get good at these games.
Lord Lenato, please don't die.
I am sorry. But did you really think you would get away with this?
It's talking about pure visuals, and obviously it's better than 3DS games. But if we were to talk about whole visuals or visuals as a whole, frame rate, animation, etc., I say it's neck and neck. Truth be told, like neck and neck with 3DS or neck and neck with what?
It's not over?
It's our chance to prevail.
Sorry.
Why did they do this whole stump thing anyway? I did think that was weird. They went that route.
Huh, thanks.
Try to keep up!
Oh, you missed. You missed my guy. You know, the more I'm playing this, the more I'm actually happy that I went with Dimitri. For my team, to be honest.
Thank you.
Or the Blue Lions, rather.
Let's see how they like this.
Seriously?
It's over.
Man, EA is out here doing the most. I was actually supposed to take part in a EA I was supposed to take part in like an EA beta testing thing. I completely forgot about it. I was like, oops. Yeah, that sword does look nice. I guess I played this well. Man, can't lie. I would, as much as I like the other girl, Catherine is, she might be the wife. How far have you gotten so far in the game? Like, what chapter are you on?
I apologize, Your Highness. It is regrettable that we should cross swords like this.
Lenato, I sympathize with your position. I really do. I have no wish to kill you, but I'm afraid you have left me no choice. Please, forgive me.
Your Highness, I cannot stop here. For my child, and for the people of Fodlan. If you will not stand aside, then I have no choice but to cut you down. I will be the one to kill you, no other!
You have lost all sense of justice. You want to fight me? So be it. I'll send you to meet your goddess.
Yeah, that church is, I get a feeling there's something really fishy about them.
Stand down, Ash. I must destroy these evildoers by any means necessary.
Please surrender, Lenato. Whatever your reasons for doing this, we can still talk it out.
Rhea is an infidel who has deceived the people and desecrated the goddess. We have virtue and the goddess herself on our side.
Even if all that's true, dragging the townsfolk into it like this isn't right.
Enough. If that is how you feel, prepare yourself. I'm putting an end to this. That vile woman. Kristoff, forgive me.
That's messed up. I had him kill his own father.
Lenato,
I never thought I'd see Lonato meet this fate. Well done, everyone. Let's gather our troops and go.
For real though. He's gonna be mentally screwed up for a while.
Why? Why did this happen? Lonato was always such a kind man. Everyone in the village was so nice to me, and I killed them. I killed them all. I had to. I know I had to. I know that. Still, what does that make me?
Please, don't beat yourself up, Ash. We did what had to be done.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be bothering you. I'm going to check on the town. I hope my brother and sister are okay.
That was my first time killing civilians too. Those who I'm sworn to protect.
Okay, so that's the reality of war, man.
Are you insane? Those weren't knights or soldiers, but fathers and sons. We shouldn't have killed them. We should have found another way. I'm sorry. It's not fair for me to blame you for the circumstance. I know that if we hadn't done what we did, even more civilian lives would have been lost. At least my mind understands that, but my heart...
Yeah, the voice acting is actually pretty dope.
Those in power, no matter the era, always claim they fight for a just cause, that they take life to protect it. But is it truly okay to take any life you please? All in service of some implacable just cause? Lord Lonato didn't take up arms out of a lust for power. He simply believed his cause to be just. Who's to say it wasn't? Maybe we didn't have to cut him down like that. Maybe we could have reached a mutual understanding, found a path of peace. I have to believe that. Perhaps the notion sounds laughable to you. Mere lip service to naive ideals. But I can't believe otherwise.
Sorry to intrude, but this incident may be more serious than anticipated. I found this on Lord Lonato. It's a note that mentions a plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. We can't tell who sent it, so the source is suspect, but the content is too disturbing to ignore. We must report this to Lady Rhea right away. I hope that it's nothing.
I am glad to see that you have returned safely. The goddess is gracious with her divine protection. But it was not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it? You are just as skilled as I had hoped.
He said, even lady said you shouldn't kill your own father. Yeah, that's true. Antonio, you said the voice acting is pretty decent. Yeah, the voice acting for this game is really good. I'm actually surprised at how fitting every line is to the situation at hand. And again, it's super dope that I know the bulk of the cast on this game. Like personally, that's crazy. Like Seth here, that's Mark Whidden, and a couple other characters too. Like it's crazy. Dave J said, from what I'm hearing from people who both play Echoes and Three Houses, Echoes has better animations, which is, oh, really? That's odd. Sure, the main antagonist of Fire Emblem Book 2 was one of the characters that they really wanted you to hate. Cider, the main antagonist of Fire Emblem Heroes Book 2, was one of the characters they really wanted you to hate. Man, you gotta make me start playing that. He said, one thing I love about this game is that paralogs are used for adding an arc for other sub-characters. Dude, that is dope. Yeah, it's super cool too, because I'm going to be hanging out with Mark Whitten. He's actually going to be flying out here, I believe, either later on this month or next month. Because he's also not only the voice of Seteth in this game, he's also he's Alex in Street Fighter 5. But he's going to be flying out here, staying with us at my house for a couple days on their vacation out here. But it's not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it? You are just as good as I'd hope. So I have the option of saying my students deserve the praise, or I still have much to learn. Guys, what do you want us to go with today? Do you want us to pick my students deserve the praise, or I still have much to learn? Mitch Power, what's up, Mitch? How's it going, man? Thank you for coming through on the stream. Zero, you said Zero Fanatic. You said Surtur is ruthless, burning all of his enemies. Damn. So what do you guys want to go with? You guys want to go with my students deserve the praise, or I still have much to learn? I leave that choice up to you guys. Whichever one you decide, we'll go with. Mitch, you say you're doing good, enjoying the capture card. Dude, I'm gonna tell you this. As someone who was exclusively using like an Elgato card for the longest, switching over to using the card from I dig it. Man, I appreciate the follower. I really appreciate that. Man, guys, we're up to 82 followers on Mixer. We're making headway over here. We're on the road to 100 followers. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mitch. Yo, man, I'm going to tell you this, though. Going from using Elgato and all the freaking issues I had with Elgato to... Yeah, man, let me hit you with that follow back. I hit you with the mod, too. You know, because when I had my Elgato, man, I was going through... I don't know if I told you guys, like... Before I even switched over to using the AverMedia, the internal capture card, I went through literally in 1 month, 3 Elgato HD60Ss, because each one crapped out on me, back to back to back to back to back. And so I got to give a shout out to Fabian or Gamer Thumb TV, because he is who actually got me to look into using AverMedia. And like, he's got the same internal capture card that I do, and I got that card and I've never once had an issue with it. And also, people that I know that have AverMedia, like capture cards, have never had an issue with them. And I know like Razer has the Repsol HD, which is a fantastic card. And I tell people all the time, like, if you're going to choose between like an Elgato or the Ripsaw, then definitely go with the Ripsaw. But AverMedia has that $200 pass through with 4K and HDR HDR10 support, and it's like, man, I gotta recommend that over everything else. So have you had any issues with the AverMedia at all? I had some issues with it locking up the pass through. Actually, no, dude, I've had no issues whatsoever with my AverMedia, like not one, like at all. From day one, I've never had an issue. That's odd. So you say you had to change the frame rate from 60 to 59.94, and this is for your Xbox One. What it is on your Xbox One, you're running it to your 4K monitor or TV. What is the frame rate you're outputting on it? Are you outputting the variable, or you're outputting the locked 60 frames? And then Dave, you say Fire Emblem Heroes is a great game simply for acknowledging the whole series, unlike some other game. Cough cough. Fire Emblem Trash Warriors. Cough. Bruh. Also, you're not on the variable, you're on the set 60 frames. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's causing that then. Have you reached out to AverMedia on Twitch? I mean, not Twitch, Twitter? And I can ask my connection with AverMedia, because I'm gonna have them on the podcast pretty soon. Yeah, look into that, because yeah, that's an issue, my guy.
I am not so sure. I heard some of the students were hesitant about fighting militia. However, we must punish any sinner who may inflict harm upon believers, even if those sinners are civilians. I pray the students learned a valuable lesson about the fate that awaits all who are foolish enough to point their blades towards the heavens.
Can I say this? This bitch seems unhinged. I don't trust her. Like, I just feel like she's just evil.
Our real concern is what Catherine reported. The secret message that was in Lord Lenato's possession.
I'll be honest, man. I never finished Fire Emblem Warriors. Like, I played a good portion of it, and then I just stopped playing it.
It contained a deplorable plot to target the Archbishop on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth. The plan seems unrealistic at best, but a threat is a threat. We must maintain constant vigilance. To that end, I would like for you and your students to help with security on the day of the ritual.
That is most reassuring. You have my gratitude.
The rite of rebirth is of paramount importance. It is when the Church of Seiros and its believers unite to pray for the return of the goddess. The Archbishop and I will be confined to the Goddess Tower once the ritual begins. Of course, the Knights will be on high alert as well, but there aren't enough of them to keep watch on every corner of the monastery. It is far from ideal to be forced to mobilize students, but the gravity of this situation requires that we all bend to avoid breaking.
While there is no need to fear for my safety, we cannot turn a blind eye to those who would blaspheme so heinously.
Same thing here, man. Like, even with Hyrule Warriors, I played to a point and I just stopped playing it. I've never been a fan of the warrior style games, and I think if they're going to go with the warrior format, I think the Sengoku Basara series is way better at it than the Warriors games, to be honest.
With any luck, this will all be for naught. Still, be on your guard.
So we're about 11 hours into this game. It's 8:55 p.m. Are you guys good to go another half an hour or an hour?
White clouds, blue sea moon.
Or you guys want to save this
rite of rebirth?
Or do you want to save it for like for the next stream for like Wednesday?
As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seros is sure to be in attendance.
Yo, Mitch, what are some games that you're playing now and streaming on Mixer? And what are some games you're looking forward to? And also, that's the question for all of you guys. Like, what are some games you're looking forward to that are coming out? I know I'm interested to see how Astral Chain and Deus Ex Machina. I mean, what's it called? Deus Ex Machina. I guess. No, that's not the name of it. Whatever the name of it. I'm interested to see how those two are. Honestly, and maybe I'm alone in this opinion, but I do think it's a little concerning that Nintendo is dropping them within 2 weeks of each other. This kind of reminds me of how Nintendo did with Fire Emblem Warriors a week before Mario Odyssey, and I'm wondering if Nintendo does not have faith in those two titles to put them so close together. Oh, excuse me. Antonio, you say you got to go to work now, so you have to leave. Nice talking to you, Mekel. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And he said before you leave, Astral Chain. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Astral Chain. I think it's gonna be dope. Another game I'm really looking forward to is what's the name of the game? Got it over here. Oninaki. That is a game I'm really looking forward to. This is a good game too. If you guys haven't tried Fantasy Strike, I really highly enjoy it. I'm not gonna say anything about Bloodstain. Yeah, and in DC Universe Online, I'm seeing a lot of people trash that game, which is funny. I don't know why they're trashing it because it's been available for a long time. But yeah. Okay, so I received about 3,000 gold from the Church of Seros as funding for this month's activity. All right, man. Have a good one. Thank you for coming through. As always, man, I appreciate you coming through on the stream. It means a lot to me, especially with the support you give to the channel and me as a content creator and as a friend, man. I appreciate you coming through. So you have a blessed day, man. And yeah, we'll see you next time. I'll catch you later on Twitter.
Thanks.
Sure, Dimitri, let's speak.
Perfect timing, Professor. If you don't mind, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you.
It's a favor.
It's in regard to sword training. Not for myself, but, well, to be honest, I've been teaching swordsmanship to the orphans at the monastery for a while now.
You say you plan to get Mana Collection, Astral Chain, Catherine Full Body, and Cold Steel 3 limited edition from NISA. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Like, I do want to play. I really want to get myself prepped for Trails of Cold Steel 3. But here's the thing, like, and maybe Zero, you can help me with this, because every time I try to launch, I tried to launch Trails in the Sky, it does not play any audio, no matter, even if I go into configuration, because, you know, it's running the DirectX 9 version, but even the DirectX 8 version, neither one will play audio. The game will play. There's just like absolutely no audio. So I've been wanting to stream it again, but like if it's gonna do that, then I'm like, oh shit, I can't stream it. So you say you plan on, you're also interested in Link's Awakening. Like, I'm just over here wondering, like, I don't want to just skip towards Trails of Cold Steel because I want to play Trails in the Sky and I was enjoying it. I want to go through the series as a whole and play through each one. You say you can't help because you have it on PSP. That's fine. That's fair. All right, so Dimitri says, to be honest, I've been teaching swordsmanship to the orphans at the monastery for a while now. How did that come to be?
Some of them saw me sparring with the knights one day. They started pestering me to teach them. They were so earnest, I couldn't help but oblige. There's much I wish to show them, but due to my own studies and training, I'm afraid my time is rather limited.
Yeah, Mitch, I'm actually streaming to YouTube and to Mixer. The goal ultimately is to make Mixer the destination for all my streams, but in the meantime, I do have a lot of people that come through that, I have a lot of people that come through on YouTube that, primarily it's more convenient for them to watch on YouTube than it is to go to Mixer. So I just stream to both platforms. Before I was almost exclusively on Twitch. I made affiliate and I hit everything I need to do partner, but I've just gotten to a point where I'm so sick of Twitch that I just refuse to stream on it anymore. He said, maybe post your issue onto a forum or tweet. Gives me people to see it as you can. Maybe someone can help. Yeah, I definitely need to do that because I really want to go back and play the game. I've really enjoyed it. And it just sucks that I can't play it again or play more. Are you using OBS or Streamlabs? Neither. I'm using, I exclusively use XSplit. I've used XSplit for a couple years now. I've tried OBS, I've tried Streamlabs. I don't like the limitation of only being able to stream to one platform. And I also don't like, I mean, yes, less resource heavy compared to XSplit. But there's just some things that just XSplit's just spot on, easy to use. Whereas Streamlabs OBS or OBS in general, I'm just not a fan of. And Zero, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll see if I can get some help with that.
Which brings me to my favor. Your swordsmanship is unmatched. I hate to ask this of you, but would you consider lending me a hand?
You can count on me.
Thank you, truly. I am in your debt, and I always repay my debts, I'll have you know. All of these children lost their families and homes to war or illness. This may sound a bit arrogant, but I feel it's my responsibility to help them. I lost my parents without warning too. In that way, we're the same.
He says Streamlabs OBS ran like shit on your PC. Been running regular OBS and using Restream to stream to Twitch and Mixer simultaneously. I did Facebook as well, but Facebook looked like shit. That's the other thing I was gonna ask you too. Is like with have you tried Stream Elements OBS? Which I know a lot of people just stick with traditional OBS. Are you a Twitch affiliate, or are you close to making partner? Oh. Another thing too, man, is like when it comes to like Facebook, I kind of, one of the things, I usually not even close to it. Yeah, it's a bit of a grind on Twitch to get to affiliate. But once you get it, you got it. I used to use Restream. I've got a personal issue with them that I just refuse to use it anymore. With Restream, the people like I know some of the people that are like PR for them are higher ups, and they're complete jackasses. Well, at least they were to me. So I kind of just don't even bother with Restream. And then two, like it's so a la carte. Like if you want to stream to more platforms, or if you want to have a better quality, you got to pay for like rendering. Was it the rendering hours or some shit like that? So I'm like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, when it comes to like Facebook gaming, I don't really see it as a viable third platform compared to like Mixer and Twitch, or hell, even YouTube. But I don't know. I know some people that are going all in with Facebook gaming, but to me, Facebook as a platform is dying. So I don't know if I would have, if I'm willing to go all in with that. Zero, you said I had an issue once getting 1,000 Arms to run, and a forum helped solve that problem. How is 1,000 Arms anyway?
In Dusker, I lost my father, stepmother, and closest friends. I didn't have many allies at the castle after that. In truth, I had only to do for companionship. I'm afraid not. My birth mother fell ill and died shortly after I was born. And my uncle, suffice to say, we don't get along. But there were those outside the castle walls I was close to, such as Rodrigue. Pardon my rudeness. I meant Lord Rodrigue. He is my father's old companion, and the father of Felix. On the occasions he would visit the capital, he'd take me out hunting or on long horse rides. While Dedu is like a brother to me, Rodrigue is more like a second father.
So you rarely use Facebook these days? Yeah, I'm barely at like, okay. I really don't like scrolling through or using Facebook, but I'll go through it. I'll go on it just to like post something like, oh, hey, I got this podcast coming up. Oh, hey, I'm reviewing this. Hey, this episode is now available, blah, 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 blah. Other than that, I'm really not trying to do much of Facebook. It is like I said, it's a dying platform, and it's a cesspit of stupidity. I mean, literally, Twitter is the same thing, but Facebook, I feel, is limited to people you know, whereas Twitter, you just see the ignorance of people that you probably will never meet in real life.
It might sound ridiculous, but he's the kind of man I hope to become one day. Someone who helps others. Someone who can reach out and save a lost soul. Oh, please accept my apologies for boring you with my life story. In any case, don't forget your promise, Professor. I'm counting on you.
Lilith and Dimitri's support level is now C. Their motivation is also being increased. Alright, what's the next one? What's happening on Saturday?
So, our task for this moon is to patrol and guard the monastery, to help put a stop to that assassination plot. The knights will certainly have their hands full protecting Lady Rhea, and perhaps our enemy is counting on that.
Okay, I'll say one thing. One of the disappointing things about this game I see is look at how nice looking the character models are themselves. Then you look at the details on their clothing and how low resolution it is. That I don't understand. I think that's very odd, you know? And Mitch, you say, when I'm done for the night, good chatting with you. Have a great stream. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through, and thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it, man. So the knights will certainly have their hands full protecting Lady Rhea, and perhaps our enemy is counting on that. Wait, what? You see what I mean? I just kind of, I try not to use social media as much as I have to use it to promote whatever I'm doing as a content creator, but if I didn't have to use it, I really would not be using it. The Knights will certainly have their hands full, particularly Ray, and perhaps our enemy is counting on that. I agree.
Please, elaborate.
Why would Lord Lenato be carrying around a secret note with an assassination plot written on it? Isn't it possible he hoped to monopolize everyone's attention with this alleged plot in order to distract from his true aim?
Maybe they're after the treasure vault. There's also lots of valuable stuff in the library and Professor Hanneman's quarters.
True. The monastery undoubtedly houses many weapons that rival even the hero's relics.
Whatever their aim, we can't allow any harm to come to the ladies of the monastery. I mean, what would I do with my spare time?
You mean to say we should search the monastery, try to find what the enemy is truly after?
Yes. And we should be prepared to fight them as well, should it come to that. I wouldn't mind getting in some training, just in case.
A secret meeting, Professor? Oh, we haven't been introduced. I am Shamir.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Seros, and this young man here is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril.
That lake for work. Oh, that kid.
Yep, she's teaching me about the bow and the sword and all kinds of stuff. I've got to protect Lady Rhea, so that's why I've got to learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores Rhea. That aside, if you need anything, ask.
Didn't I run into her outside by the garden? Or the botany area? Oh, she is.
A hero's relic. However, could I know something? Still, it is heavy on my mind. The stone within the sword. A glow of red. Oh, it is nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can talk to her.
Well, you'd best keep your distance. In this nervous state, I might just cut you down.
I mean, girl, all I gotta say about that is, you already know. Yo, how should I respond to that? Should I say please don't, or I dare you to try? Like, I'm wondering how should we respond to that? I dare you to try.
Oh, come on. I'm only kidding. You'd best keep your Need something, Professor? I'm on until that's done.
Hey, you.
For real, man. I'm over here like, nah, let me tell her straight up how it goes down. My girl at.
Well... Hey, did you hear? A knight wielding a scythe is roaming around town at night. If he's a villain, I'd like to get the measure of him. Yeah. Hey, I hope we get a chance to practice together when you find the time. I know I'm in a different class, but you're the only other person here who's learned from Captain Gerald.
Well, for that, that sucks.
Hey, you.
Level are we? Level between like level 10 and so. I really need to get him up because he is the weakest character I have.
Thank you for sparring with me, Your Highness. It seems despite how hard I've worked, I'm still no match for you.
Oh, there's no need for such humility. Thanks to all of your hard work, you're improving rapidly.
If you're going to praise me, it should at least be after I've won a match against you.
You know, Ingrid, I may be the victor when we cross spears on foot like this. But on horseback, your handling of a lance is far superior. Can't I be allowed to have my own area of expertise?
No, I cannot allow that. It's my duty to get stronger, to fight with all I have in defense of the kingdom and its people.
Such high stakes. By the way, where did you learn that fierce jab of yours? I'm pretty sure the only other person I've seen perform that move is Glenn.
So you recognized it? Yes, he shared much with me.
With him more times than I can count.
Ah, yes. He was never short on praise for you. Lord Dimitri is incredible. Such skill. There's no way I'll ever outmatch him. Things of that sort.
Well now, he never said any of that to me.
Well, he was Felix's brother. That family's not big on displays of affection.
That is true. We spent about as much time arguing as we did training. can't believe it's been 4 years since the tragedy of Dusker. Since we lost Glenn, along with so many others.
So it has. Time
Right?
moves quickly.
They really
Things
do.
have changed so much. Despite the sorrow, I intend to become a powerful knight. A knight like yourself. And like Glenn. I will do so for the sake of my homeland, the holy kingdom of Fargus, and for all who have died protecting it. To that end, I hope you will spar with me again in the future, Your Highness.
It would be my pleasure. After all, I value our training sessions as much as you do.
Dear Goddess, please protect us.
Mercedes.
Oh, Dudu. Was there something you needed?
His Highness sent me to collect you.
I see. I'll be with you in just a moment. I'm almost finished here.
You were praying.
I was. Praying for everyone's safety. And praying for good desserts tonight. And that my next exam goes well.
The Fodlan goddess will accept prayers of any sort.
It's true. I've thought the same thing myself. That reminds me, Dudu. Weren't you born in Dusker?
Yes.
Do the people of Dusker pray to the goddess too?
Dusker had a very different view of religion.
Oh?
In Dusker, there were many gods. The sky had a god. The earth had a god. We made offerings to the war god for victory in battle. Held feasts for the sea god to calm the waves.
So your people prayed to different gods depending on what they needed?
Correct.
Your beliefs sound so different from ours. Tell me more.
Why? Dusker is a ruin.
Dusker may be gone, but you're still here. Would you tell me more about it the next time we meet?
If you insist.
Really? That would be great. I'm looking forward to hearing more soon.
Is it me or does it seem like that's a potential relationship to form between
Dusker is gone, but I'm still here.
Between Dudu and Mercedes?
Oh, Ash. Are you here to study too?
I am. It's quiet here. Easier to concentrate.
It really is. Hey, would you like to study together? We can help each other out if we get stuck.
Oh, yes. We'll get a lot more done working together.
What's the matter, Ash?
This question's got me stumped. A ballista inside a castle is ready to fire at enemies outside. What angle should be used for the shot? Assume the ballista is the same as those in Garreg Mach. Ignore the effects of wind. This is for defensive strategy, isn't it? Why is it so complicated? Don't you just aim and fire?
It may help to focus on maximizing target accuracy to reduce your miss rate. To start, let's sort out the setup. Let's see. Using these ballista specifications, if the ballistic whirls follow this trajectory, they'll hit the enemy lines, right?
Oh, that makes sense, because the enemy line will be here.
That's it! Okay, now try using that same technique and applying it to this other problem.
If the walls are this high and the
He
enemy
says
lines
possible.
are at that distance,
You've seen characters bond over pi, like Chrome and Sumia. This is true.
Wow, I didn't expect math of all things to be useful in a siege. This is tough. Numbers are not my strong suit. But this really is the sort of thing you have to know if you want to command troops.
That's true, but not everyone is good with numbers. That's why we have tacticians do these calculations for us, or prepare them before we go to battle. A century ago, the Empire's mathematicians played a huge role in the Battle of the Wall of Fodlan.
I had no idea. Hey, you really know what you're doing, Annette.
You think so?
Definitely. You've obviously done a lot of studying. I really admire that.
I suppose I have. Studying is a necessity if you want the advantage over your enemies. But necessity aside, it's nice to hear you say that.
I'm seeing some relationships form here.
Hold a moment, dog.
Are you speaking to me?
I don't see anyone else here, do you? You're that boar's lapdog.
Do not mock His Highness.
Spoken like a good pet. Why do you follow him with such devotion? Do you really think a man like that is worth it?
Fargus destroyed my homeland. Burned it all to the ground. Slaughtered my people.
The punishment of Duscur.
My father, my mother, my siblings, all were killed. We received no aid, no respite. Fargus murdered our dignity and torched our pride. His Highness is different. He is the only one who sees my people as human. He risked his life to save mine, and it is thanks to him that I no longer wish for death.
That's what we call blind obedience. Tell me, would you give your life for him?
Yes.
And what if he commanded you to join him in a senseless massacre?
I would do it.
Even a massacre of children, or the elderly, or your own comrades?
Without hesitation. You have misunderstood me. I am the sword and shield of His Highness. Weapons do not have a will of their own.
Blind obedience. You're right, I did misunderstand. I shouldn't have called you a lapdog. You're a rabid cur. You and the Boar Prince make quite a team. Two crazed animals.
I warned you not to mock His Highness. I am aware you have a history of friendship with him, but one more word.
I've said my piece. Scamper back to your master.
Damn.
Felix, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Time for our tactics lecture. You'll be there, won't you?
Those things are such a waste of time.
Nonsense. You're going to be there.
Must I?
Why is this such a chore? You went last time. Though you did all you could to disrupt things, as I recall. Brazenly rambling on about clear-cutting a nearby forest to secure a marching route. And attacking an enemy base, stealing their horses. You were incredibly disruptive, and even rude.
I was offering my honest opinion.
Then, you left before we were finished. What do you suppose happened after that?
I have no idea.
Well, the conversation got quite lively. We all began breaking down the viability of your somewhat maniacal plan. And apparently, similar tactics have been used to turn the tides of historic battles.
That may be an exaggeration. Successful armies must be able to handle unexpected situations. That starts with weapon mastery and creative tactics.
If you didn't have so much battlefield experience, you wouldn't be capable of such unique strategies. Which is why we need people like you. People who think creatively to lead the army.
Now you're just massaging my ego.
When have you ever minded? We need you there. Just come on.
Today's dinner is steak and then a cake that's yummy yum. Now it's time to fill my tummy tum. Oh, this mountain of sweets and treats
Ship?
that I long to eat. Oh,
What do you mean, Leo? Ship what?
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Zero, you said right now they have a gotcha focusing on Tetra, Hubert, Mercedes, and Hilda. Hilda. Fire Emblem Heroes also has tap battles where you can tap your part. You tap where you tap your party to attack enemies to the beat of the music, and right now there is 3 houses even going on for that. Oh, right now. A relationship. Oh, okay. You know, I'm not familiar with these terms.
Felix, you weren't listening, were you?
I heard enough to know that you're hungry.
Are you playing this tomorrow, Lehua, when you stream? And Felix is a jackass, what he was doing to Dudu.
No, I mean, well, yes. At least tell me you didn't see the dance.
You have nice footwork. Get something to eat. I can take over watering the plants.
So Felix is nice to everybody, but Dudu.
And you're shouting.
You can't just spy on people while they're singing without even saying anything. It's not right.
I actually did call out that I was coming in. It's not my fault you didn't hear.
Well, you need to speak louder then. Ugh, this is so embarrassing. And of course I was singing some silly food song I made up. I should have been singing about bears or swamp beasties.
I didn't realize there were songs about bears and swamp beasties. That food song seemed to be close to your heart. Your stomach isn't far from your heart after all.
You are the worst!
Wow.
Huh. What was that about? I better water these plants. Wouldn't want them to get thirsty or they might start singing too.
So you say on Twitter it's in the lead. I need to check and see where it is. Have there been any more people voting? Zero, you said if you want Felix and him to get along, at least respect each other with their support to A.
Nightfall already? Suppose I'd better wrap up.
Good work with your training today, Ingrid. Here's something to wipe up the sweat.
Whoa, Mercedes. Hi. Hello. How long have you been... Thank you.
You're very welcome. I've been here since you started.
That long? Huh. Well, my apologies for not having noticed you. I get so caught up in training, you know. But why are you here? I can't imagine it was too terribly interesting watching me.
I disagree. I just couldn't help but admire your training technique.
I'll need to check again.
You're very impressive. I'm nowhere near as graceful as you.
Graceful? I wouldn't say that, but thank you. If I'm to be honest, I'm the one who admires you.
Goodness me? How so?
Hold up. Was that what I thought it was? Did she just flirt with her?
You're always so put together. You hold yourself with such poise and have such a keen eye for fashion.
Huh. So basically, that was one of the situations where she's blushing and she's over here in her head thinking,
yeah! Look at that form, man! Look at that! Look at it! Respect it. Yeah! Look at that form, man. Look at that. Look at that. Respect it.
I mean, I'm just saying, it just seemed like it.
I mean, even the handkerchief you handed me smells like lavender, is it? It's just lovely.
That perfume is a favorite of mine. I'm so glad you like it.
I have the feeling that Mercedes is completely oblivious to being hit on, and I think Ingrid is
The fact that you thought to put perfume on your handkerchief is delightfully foreign to me. I'd never have thought of that.
I'm not the only one that sees this, right?
I'll gladly share some with you. You're welcome to come visit my room whenever you'd like.
Bruh.
We can have tea and chat. How does that sound?
That sounds really nice. Yes. Sipping tea and having a chat. It's unlike me, but it sounds lovely.
From now on, we'll meet up whenever we have time. We can go right now if you're free.
Oh, no need to trouble yourself and rearrange things for me.
It's no trouble at all. You'll never know if you're the type who enjoys chatting over tea if you never try.
All right then.
I mean, oh yeah, so Felix and the Duke can only go up to B. But him and Sylvain are the only two that you can't get higher. But Ingrid, well, I don't think. Well, maybe you can't get a relationship with those two because it only goes up to B. So I can marry Rhea, Shamir, Catherine, Eloise if I wanted to. And that's kind of odd. I don't know if I yeah, weird. Yeah. Anyway, Manuela, Blaine, Hilda, Marianne, Lacithia, Petra, Dorothea, Bernadette, Lindhart, Leonie, Ingrid, Annette, Mercedes. So wow, I did not know everyone goes to B. I imagine the type of tea that they enjoy. Lihua, you said, oh, you got to find out what kind of tea they like. And you like Eloise. Yeah, I guess so. The dude can't marry nobody. Damn. Well, he can't either.
There are numerous books in this library that you cannot find anywhere else. But once you are here, you can read them easily enough. I doubt someone would go to the trouble of stealing one. Sometimes Seteth will dispose of books that are deemed inappropriate for the monastery, but that's about it. In a way, I suppose that makes those particular volumes more valuable, right?
Wait, two dudes. What two dudes? Well, Eloise. Wait, there's another dude? Oh, Linhart. Yeah, I forgot about him. He seems like he would swing that way.
That boy who assists the Archbishop. Cyril, I believe? I hear he's originally from a foreign land to the east called Almyra. I know he's still only a child, but I do wonder about his true intentions.
Thanks for your help. What's the matter? You're running all over creation. Ah, you don't believe Lady Rhea is the real target, do you? Even so, the Knights have their orders. We can't abandon our duty to guard Lady Rhea. The Goddess's Rite of Rebirth is an important event for the Church of Seiros. They say it's the day when the Goddess will return to walk among us. Not too likely, if you ask me. Best if you keep that to yourself.
Yeah, Leo, I'm curious to see who you pick.
What's the matter? Even so, the Goddess, they not...
They really are.
No. Hi there.
Hey. Professor, I hope you're well.
Oh, Shamir?
As for me, I had a date with a splendid specimen of a knight. But now he's suddenly not in the mood to see me again. I blame all these rumors of a deathly figure showing up in town. Such an uproar must have, beyond reason, drawn his attention away from me.
I'm just gonna say this. Every time I see this girl, every time.
Yeah! Look at that form, man! Look at that! Look at it! Respect it. Yeah! Look at that form, man! Look at that! Look at that! Respect it.
No.
Maybe. It would be terrible if the greenhouse was targeted. The plants in here are incredibly valuable. This place contains the heart of Garrett Mock's 995-year history. So many.
He said all three of them are swordsmen.
Plants that can save
I'm not
and
trained with
lives.
me in this game.
They are all my
Although I
precious
guess
children.
Shamir trains the kid multiple weapons. How so? What were your choices in those games?
Okay.
Professor, while the investigation is important, don't forget to make time for your training. If we have to battle and cannot win, all will be lost. We don't know who our enemy is, so we must be prepared for anything.
I think I went with Cordelia and Awakening, which I need to go back and finish playing that. You can get with Anna? I don't know why I sound so surprised at hearing that.
Hey there.
If the enemy's aim lies elsewhere, we had better discern their true intent quickly. As I see it, our best option is to explore every inch of the monastery. We should also speak to everyone here. Let's plan to compare notes once you've got a lead. Will you do me a favor? Oh, thank you. I have been looking for this. But how did you know it was mine?
Professor, I hear you have fought alongside Catherine. I would wager that her power exceeded your expectations. Had you the chance to witness her relic? Thunderbrand, glowing red. That glow is a sure sign that her blood contains a crest that harmonizes with
Fire
that
Emblem Heroes,
hero's
Mia
relic.
team, 2 different eggs. This is for Mia and Mia. Really? Wow.
I've been in town procuring some supplies for Flame. No, but do not concern yourself for my safety. I am very much stronger than I appear. I have something to ask of you.
So you're still trying to get Leith. She was also one of my favorite characters in the game. I was so mad when I screwed up at the very end of a stage in the Dark Knight. Ooh.
Let's see.
What the?
Hey there.
Well done. You have my thanks.
That Dark Knight was terrifying in in Path of Radiance. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is let's see if I can find the information.
With the whole monastery preparing for the goddess's rite of rebirth this month, it feels like everyone's a little on edge.
Be completely honest, I don't even remember the names of most of the characters. Like, I remember what they look like, I just don't remember the names. I like the mage boy that was wearing black, because his character, he's a bit of a prick. The two brothers, the doofus one and then the more serious one. I like the doofus one. And then the female knight. I loved her. Soren, yes. Wait, what? New contents. If I told you I was searching for someone who might like to share a cup of tea with an elegant noble, whose name would come to mind? right. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your help.
Titania. Yes. I love Titania. I want to get better cooking, but I don't know where to start. Main? Well, I completely screwed that up.
I have a thought. Have you visited the Goddess Tower? It's a sacred place used for rituals and the like. In general, students aren't allowed entry. But as you'd expect, that rule just excites their curiosity. Some have even tried sneaking in. Well, at least for this month, that kind of behavior is totally unthinkable. We have a lot more security, what with the goddess's rite of rebirth coming up.
Yeah, I think I used her as a tank too. Like I said, I really need to get back on that one. Because I let her tank everything. She was just taking... She's taking out everybody. And then everyone else seemed super low level. Anyways, guys, we've been streaming for about 3 hours and 5 minutes. I think we're going to call it a night. It is almost 10 o'clock here in Hawaii. And I'm a little bit hungry. I need to get something to eat and prep for tomorrow. I got to start work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Not looking forward to that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Enjoyed everyone that came through. Zero Fanatic, as always, man. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to do this again on Thursday. Well, not Thursday, Wednesday. Would you guys want to stream Fire Emblem again on Wednesday? I mean, I'm down to do it if you guys want to. I'm completely down to do it. Just let me know. Because I'm really enjoying the game and the plot and everything of where it's going so far. Lehua Superfina, thank you for coming through on the stream as well. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Dave J, as always, I appreciate you coming back and dropping the knowledge as you always do. Mitch Power, thank you for coming through and giving us another follow on Mixer. My goal for this month is I would at least like to hit 100 followers on Mixer, and we are only 18 followers away from that. So we can make that happen on our road towards partnership on Mixer. I'm really hyped for that. Let's see who else came through. HLO, thank you for coming through as well. Also Fabian, thank you for coming through. Antonio Barbosa, thank you as well. And I believe that is Simply Deep, thank you also for coming through. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys all for coming through. And yeah, Zero, I guess we'll just go ahead and do some more Fire Emblem. I'm down with it. Yeah, we'll do that again on Wednesday and Thursday as well. And then Saturday streams, maybe we'll mix it up. Maybe we'll just keep playing the same thing. I'm cool with it. So yeah, I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Make sure you guys have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. For some of you, it's already the next day. So have a great one. And with that being said, I will see you all on the next one.